The best farm in Diablo 4 just get even better. There's one thing everyone wants at the moment, and that is Iron Chunks and Rawhide. And the reason is Masterworking is eating it up like there's no tomorrow. You need it for tempering. Enchanting your gear, also Rawhide. Everything is soaking it away. And you used to get enough from doing the Hellmaiden, Tree of Whispers, Realm Walkers, or Legion events. But this has changed completely. And a quick heads up to the second big topic of the video. That's going to be aspects and how to get the maximum rolls, since that's going to be quite expensive. The best farm now is destroying tormented bosses. Yes, you heard right. The tormented bosses you anyways kill for your mythic uniques or to get ancestral uniques. These bosses got an updated Rawhide and Iron Chunk drop rate. I've just killed 20 Vars and they give 80 to 140 Iron Chunks and Rawhide per try. That's incredible. Doing boss rotations is now better than ever. Grab 1, 2, 3, 4 of your friends and then just go away and destroy them like there is no tomorrow. But Pony, I don't have enough boss summoning materials. What do I do? No problem, sir. Step number 1 is you're going to kill a Realm Walker. The Realm Walker, the new seasonal mechanic, destroy him. Get yourself a Seething Opal of Torment, which increases the boss summoning items drop rate, and then just go and rampage through the Helltide, because every elite, everything you kill in the Helltide from now on will drop bonus boss summoning mats. And the Hellmaiden itself is anyways dropping bonus summoning mats like crazy. In order to really go crazy on the Hellmaiden farm, you can go for find a party, then you can list a party for open world exploration, Helltide, Vessel of Hatred, and you want to do farming and repeat runs. Tell everyone we're doing Hellmaiden and then just go crazy. And as an alternative, you do also have your Tribute of Titans. These Tributes of Titans actually drop from killing the summoned bosses, and they will give you summoning mats from the Undercity. And there's one very interesting part about the Tribute of Titans, and also the Tribute of Harmony and the Tribute of Refinement. These work for you and your friends. If I go into the Undercity right now, and I put on the Tribute of Titans for the boss summoning materials, everyone that's with me is going to get said boss summoning materials, and I'm not getting less, or your friends are not getting less. You're all getting the same amount. That's incredible, as you can then afterwards do 10 of them, and then you can do tons of bosses to get more of these, to do 10 of them, to do tons of bosses. Beautiful. And don't forget, if you put the tribute in, you can go for bargain, optional, and this will add bonus rewards. Namely, the more weapons, more armor, more jewelry. You will be randomly rewarded 1 to 3 additional pieces of equipment, all of which are rings and amulets, on top of the actual loot. So you'll even find additional equipment while getting boss summoning mats. That could be ancestral as well. And don't you forget about the Tribute of Harmony, because this one is what you want to do as well. Also shared between you and your friends, because the Tribute of Harmony will give you bonus runes, as actually bossing will get you bonus runes. Yes, bossing is the best source of runes. And why do you want all these runes and to do the bossing? Because if you go to the jeweler, that's how you craft mythic uniques, and that's how you target craft them. I need an Heir of Perdition with a greater affix to core skills. So right now I'm looking for Ya, Q, and Gar runes. I do almost have all of them, but I will just have to do a lot of Undercities, and I'll just have to do more bosses to now get myself Resplendent Sparks, as you might be getting mythics that you simply don't need. But even if you don't get a single mythic, even if you don't get anything that you're looking for, you're going to get the materials that you'll need to masterwork your gear. Therefore, bossing is kind of like that one-stop shop for everything at this point, which is something that Blizzard actually didn't want. But hey, here we go, we have it now. As we're talking about tributes right now and getting good loot, you might see my 2 tributes of Ascendance here. Those are the unique tributes that will drop ancestral uniques like crazy. These you do actually get from doing world bosses the easiest. I've done 2 yesterday and straight up dropped 2 tributes of Ascendance. I do usually ignore world bosses because they're kind of boring. But hell, I almost got a guaranteed Tribute of Ascendance drop, and this gun can be united instead of resolute, also being shared between you and your friends. Now, you do have Rawhide and Iron Chunks though, so the last thing that is left is actually Opticide, where we have Nightmare Dungeons, Infernal Hordes, and the Undercity of Curist. The Infernal Hordes are technically the best location to go for, as Nightmare Dungeons are, well, how do I say this now? They're kind of sad. I don't know why Nightmare Dungeons exist. That being said, the Undercity has a third tribute, not Harmony, not Titans, it's called Refinement, which will give you the Masterwork Materials. And these Masterwork Materials are again shared between you and your friends. We did 10 of those in 15 minutes. You can partially just do one Infernal Horde in 15 minutes, netting us 20,000 Masterwork Materials in that short amount of time. And these tributes of refinement can actually drop in the Undercity themselves, because there will be a treasure goblin every now and then, which at the end of the Undercity gets you a bonus loot chest. And that bonus loot chest will have always a rune in it and always some tributes, including the one of refinement. Otherwise, I've been getting my refinement from world bosses too. And again, yes, I'm ignoring world bosses too much because they actually drop all the amazing stuff. And lastly, refinement also drops from doing the pit, the content you do anyways to upgrade your glyphs. And don't forget, as you're bossing Hall of Penitent, Hanged Man's Hall, they can also be favors for the Tree of Whisper. Have an eye out for that, which boss you're actually doing. And no, it doesn't matter which boss you're doing for Iron Chunks or Rawhide. Varshan has given me 80 to 140. Duriel has given me 80 to 140. All of these have been going crazy. Final question, Opal of Materials does work. Using this Opal on the bosses does actually net you more materials, not always. And the amount is random. So it could be 20 more, 40 more, 80 more. It is certainly useful if you're already going to be farming away, just have it with you. One and done. Let's talk aspects now. You want to have them 21 out of 21. And currently I do have, I think, 16 out of 16. One single one that is 21 out of 21. It's really hard to get them maxed. Why is it so hard? Because the only way to get them maxed is with ancestral legendaries. Normal legendary 750. They cannot go up to the maximum. This one shows, for example, a 45% max, but Frenzied Dead can go all the way up to 54%. And that's only possible if the item rolls 800 with one greater affix, and even then you're not guaranteed to get the maximum one. Keep in mind, you don't need the maximum ones to actually beat any continent in Torment 4. Unless you want to dive really deep into the pit, because the pit is stacking billions, 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 and billions of HP, and the difference between 105% and 120% becomes quite significant. If I'm now looking for this imprisoned aspect max roll, I would have to do tons of Infernal Hordes, because Infernal Hordes are guaranteed to have ancestral items every single run, or you could try to do the Tribute of Radiance for more ancestral items, but these are limited and you won't have that many. Another alternative is going on Diablo.trade, not affiliated here. You can go for the filter, then you get up on the left legendary aspects. I'm going to look for the imprisoned spirit aspect, and the crazy part is how expensive it is. That is an imprisoned spirit with 64%. That's 800 million. And 64% is just a mid-roll. That 70% I have is sold for 5 billion or 400 million. Aspects are not only hard to get, they're also a crazy source of money. If you have one of the meta aspects, for example, Fast Blood right now. Fast Blood is so wanted for Necromancer. You can sell this in a max roll probably up for 10 to 20 billion and then just be done with money. Might be better for you to not actually use your max rolled aspect and just sell that thing, as well. You could solve all your money issues in one fell swoop and don't have to worry for the rest of the season. Lastly, don't forget to visit the Den Mercenaries, as there can be greater affixes coming here. I'm gonna restock. There's a greater affix item. That's almost a max roll on the Bone Store. So we can get the better aspect. You could also buy the defensive aspect cache, for example, and hope that there's an ancestral item coming out, but that is relatively unlikely. So now I'm stuck here restocking, getting the salvage mats, getting the augment cache, getting the boss materials, and potentially getting maximum rolled aspects on top of that, with all the other stuff I need anyways. And the good thing is that pair marks are obviously infinite. I mean, I get another 200 and I got another 500 actually. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Is this good? That's now our material farm, or are you feeling you're stuck in boss jail? And if you're now looking for builds for these materials, how about the Necromancer, #1 in business right now, or the Concussive Storm Spiritborn? Amazing, both of them. Have a great good day. Take care.